Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon. Back in today with another video, fresh off vacation in Aruba. I am going to talk to you today about Summer Wells. Where did Summer Wells disappear to? What happened to Summer Wells over in Tennessee? I want to say a special thank you to my Patreon supporters, my channel members, and all folks who positively interact here on the DutyRon channel. It is great honor to have each and every one of you guys in on our live streams, whether I'm in Aruba, whether I'm in the car, whether I'm here in the studio. So again, special thank you to my moderators, the Patreon supporters, the channel members, and all folks who positively interact down below in the comment section. Guys, this is a developing case that happened last Tuesday, June 15th, outside of Hawkins County, Rogersville, Tennessee. A little 5-year-old blonde girl just vanished off the face of the earth. Both her parents, according to authorities, are cooperating, but we have many questions. I've had about 20 to 30 minutes of investigative work to do on this before I went live because I just got home late last night from Aruba. Had a great vacation, and special thank you to everybody who stopped in on the live streams that I did from Aruba. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What a beautiful country. And if you haven't visited and you have the means to do it, I highly recommend you guys go on over to the beautiful Aruba. It is such a gorgeous country. So beautiful, and it's a Dutch run country. So it's really clean. It's unfortunately has one really bad incident that happened over there that we spoke about. But I'm not going to get into that here today. So special thank you to Joey Brooklyn and Mimi J2, Dawn Marie, and everybody who comes on in. Greatly appreciate it. So let's dive right into this. Okay, so on June 15th, it was earlier reported, it was later in the day, but it looks like it was the afternoon. Summer Wells was last seen by her mom and different members of the family. And there was a call put into 911 that she went missing. Just again, mirror like to Orrin and Orson West in Bakersfield, California. But I'm going to go over quickly a little bit of the timeline so you guys can get a feel if you're not really up to date on this case. So June 15th, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations issued an endangered child alert for this 5-year-old Summer Wells. After both her parents reported her missing on the evening, we come to find out it was really earlier. It wasn't quite the evening of June 15th. Summer Wells is last seen outside of her home playing at the 110 block of Ben Hill Road in Beach Creek. This is the Beach Creek area of Rogersville, Tennessee. The whole case stinks to high heavens. It makes me really feel, and thank you for becoming a channel member. I just saw it pop up on my screen. Pez is a new channel member. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. Greatly appreciate that. Let me see if I can find that and put it up on the screen. There it is. Bingo. Yahtzee. Welcome to the club. Send me a message so I could put you into the Discord group and you could start communicating with some of the other members, channel members. All right, so she's last seen outside her home of the 100 block, they say here, but it's 110 Ben Hill Road in Beach Creek. At the time of her disappearance, Summer was wearing gray pants, a pink shirt, and is believed to have been barefoot. She stands about 3 foot tall and weighs 40 pounds, blonde hair and blue eyes. She's a beautiful, gorgeous baby. No kids are not beautiful. All children are beautiful. But I have a missing persons poster. There's some signage. I'll include the TBI and the 800 number down below in the description of this video. Let me quickly go into the next day, June 16th. The TBI elevates, as we all know and heard, if you're following this case, they elevate the endangered child alert for Summer Wells to a statewide Amber Alert. And Amber Alerts are, they have to follow certain criteria. We're not going to get into that. It's not a deep dive here. But according to the TBI, an endangered child is a mid-level alert. while an Amber Alert is all issued when the authorities believe that a child may be in imminent danger. So there has to be extra, there's extra particulars that go out to qualify for an Amber Alert. The bottom line is that they still don't know at this time, and this is coming from Leslie Earhart. They still don't know what happened to her. They still don't have any solid suspects. I'm going to get into my feelings on the father, the biological father and mom. I'll get into that at the end of this video. So hang around if you want to hear about my opinions on her father. I'm referring to Donald Wells and her mom, Candace Bly. She doesn't use the last name Wells. I find that, not odd, but I find it's one of those other things that red flag for me, and a lot of different other things, but we'll get into that in a few minutes. They ask the residents, and they continue to ask residents of Beach Creek community to review their security cameras, check their backyards, check their footage. Be careful when they're mowing. It's mowing season. Be careful when you're lawn mowing. They use the tractors to do large pieces of property. Make sure you're careful of when you're lawn mowing, when you're doing the cutting of the grass, that if God forbid this child is laying in the grass alive or dead, you don't want a lawnmower to, I won't even get into that, but you guys get what I'm saying, and you know what they're talking about. So I'm going to show you quickly in a few minutes an overview, a Google Earth overview of this area. Very, very mountainous, very thick brush. So the brush really makes it difficult. It makes it difficult to search, and that's why they're asking anybody that's not professional, not law enforcement, to not search, because they don't want to, in their words, as the sheriff said, and TBI, they said, we don't want to turn this into a search for a 5-year-old and missing adults. Wildlife and other situations could make this a very, very dangerous, shoot. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. I'm back. I don't know what I did, but I hit something on my keyboard and it muted everything. All right, so this could make this a very dangerous situation. And of course, nobody wants to be hurt missing, searching for a missing child. June 17th, I'm just going through the timeline real quick. Concerns grow for Summer Wells at the circumstances that surrounded her disappearance. They're still unclear to investigators. That is as of June 17th. Investigators from over 20 law enforcement agencies have been searching and going through this extreme terrain, as I just spoke about. The extreme terrain, and at this time on June 17th, there's no official suspects or persons of interest in the disappearance of the Hawkins County little child. And the Hawkins County Sheriff, Ronnie Lawson, says every person of interest until now will be a person of interest until they find this baby girl. Again, I just messed up everything. Let me know in the chat by putting a 1 if the audio is still good and we are still live. I believe that we are. I'm going to continue like we are. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me by placing a 1, because I am getting some weird messages coming up. Okay, Joey Brooklyn is coming in with a 1. Thank you for that, Joey. All right. So at June 17th, at that time, they have over 20 other law enforcement agencies assisting in the search. The father of Summer Wells also speaks out on that day, on either that day or close to that day, on June 17th. The father speaks to reporters. We'll play that in a minute. And he shares his appreciation for all the searchers and for his daughters, everyone that's searching for his daughter. Donald Wells and Summer and her grandmother and mother were outside planting flowers. This is their story. Tuesday night comes to change to Tuesday afternoon. From there, he said Summer came back inside to the house and went downstairs to play in the basement with her toys. A short time later, he says Summer mom came into the house and asked where her child was, and that's when they said they called for her downstairs, and then poof, she was gone. This story, as I said in the beginning, stinks to high heavens. Let me know in the chat how you guys feel about that story, about her going downstairs and missing. And this also sounds a little John Benet Ramsey for a second. Basement, little blonde girl playing downstairs. I know that's not how her thing went, but obviously the recovery was made there in the house. So again, this is live. It's just I'm trying to go over a quick timeline for you guys. I have to understand. I have to know that I want you guys to all know what has happened and what's led us up to today. So that's the story coming from them. It seems a bit odd and off-putting. On June 18th, the following day, the TBI says all avenues in the search for Summer are being explored. Search teams consisting of over 100 trained professionals from 41. Now it went from 20 to 41 law enforcement agencies. And we're not going to stop until we find her, says Sheriff Lawson. A very small department there, very spotty cell service, really bad coverage in satellite and all cellular communications. It's horrible when you see the reporters reporting. Some of them allude to like, I can't move from this spot or we'll lose our signal. That means their satellite uplinks or any links that they're using to get the signal back to the truck is so crappy over there that the reporters can't even move. They have to stay in one spot. It's almost like you see all of the news conferences. It's that there's a power line going through the back, and you'll see when the TBI Leslie is talking, when she's giving her presser, and the sheriff comes on, and the captain from the fire search and rescue comes on. They're in that same location because that's where they get good cell service. So I know they're working on trying to get better cell service. So they're doing the best that they can. Thank you to everyone who's joining here. I appreciate you guys tremendously. If you haven't yet shared or subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and we will continue to get into this timeline quickly as I regroup my setup here. Okay, so June 18th, they say that over 100 trained professionals from 41 different law enforcement agencies are assisting at that time in the search. Teams continue to search in and around the surrounding residence where 5-year-old Summer Wells went missing, utilizing all available resources. In addition to air, land, and searches, they're searching ponds and creeks, and also other bodies of water are being checked. The TBI also announces on that day that they're looking into two main aspects of the investigation: the ongoing search itself and how she disappeared. So they're covering with the TBI and the FBI all electronic communication between all the families. We already know that the mom, the biological mom, she passed the polygraph according to the father. I don't know if law enforcement confirmed that because I have only had 20 minutes to look into this case. So I don't know if law enforcement confirmed, but mom supposedly took a polygraph. I don't know about the father. We're going to get into his past criminal history. His domestic violence arrest from October 14th of 2020 has me saying, this could be, in my eyes, if I'm investigating it, numero uno suspecto. All right. That is the numero uno. Number one suspect, in my eyes, is the father at this time. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he looks, his body language, everything to me listen, and I'm not just saying this to just say it. It's just, that's my gut instinct. So don't crucify me for being the messenger here. Okay. My gut instinct from a 20-year law enforcement professional is the dad stinks. He stinks to high heavens. And he could be as innocent as an angel, but I highly doubt that. I doubt it. So check back with me down below in the comment section. Leave your comments, and then we will talk about it down the road when whoever's responsible for the missing or the nefarious behavior or criminal activity that happened to Summer Wells, we'll get back to that and we'll circle back. So lands, ponds, and creeks, they're all being searched. They've been searched. They're going to search them over and over again. They're going door to door, house to house. They're asking people to check their properties, check their second properties, check their summer homes, check all of the stuff that they got going on. June 19th, crews continue over the weekend searching tirelessly by ground, air, and sea. The canine teams, they've confirmed that cadaver dogs are involved. Cadaver dogs are involved. So they're doing searches as well. June 20th, just after midnight, Sunday, teams were observed using Spotlight to search the area by air. Ground crews were also spotted going into the woods off of Beach Creek Road, not far from where 5-year-old was reported missing. So that's as of June 20th. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds, guys. I got to do something here. Give me 2 seconds because I forgot to do something. This is important. It's just something that I got to take care of. I rushed to go live and I'm still in vacation mode. So forgive me. I'm just doing something quickly. Hold on. 2 seconds. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Just rookie mistakes that I made because I've been in the vacation mode. So don't crucify me for that. Please go easy with me. Okay, taken care of. We can get back to what we were doing, and that is our timeline. So we're up to June 20th. All right, June 20th. It looks like the searches continue. These guys are exhausted. The crews are going in and out. The sheriff, small town sheriff, is giving briefings and telling everybody his guys are exhausted, but they keep going back out there. They want to find this girl. And this is a valiant effort that's being put forward. I want to just say this. I got to say, Hawkins County, Rogersville, Tennessee, the law enforcement over there, the TBI, the FBI, but especially the local guys, I got to tip my cap to you because I've never seen, and look, we have Orrin and Orson West down in Bakersfield. I haven't seen, I mean, we did see searches being done. I'm not going to poo-poo them. I'm not putting down Bakersfield or California City, but I'm going to say when I'm comparing the 20 minutes that I looked into this, compared to what went on with our boys over there, these guys, and it's a completely different area in the United States. We're in Tennessee, you know. California is the desert over there as well, and we got different things that are obstacles, so to speak. You know, the ground and terrain here is like Suzanne Morphew in the middle of the Colorado and the mountains with lots of trees that we'll look at. So the desert, Mojave Desert's no joke over there in California. All right, so June 20, just after midnight, Sunday, teams were observed using spotlights. We just spoke about that. So they show a lot of the gear. On June 21st, the TBI says they're more concerned than ever and desperate to find Summer Wells. At this time, the TBI insists they have no evidence. Of course, they're not going to show their cards. Listen to me, folks. They have evidence, but they're not exposing what they have. So please be patient. Shelly, good to see you. Shelly Belly, good to see you. Hi, Wilma. Hello, ZZ Rose Smudge. The lady is a tramp. Thank you so much for being in here. Hi, Marilyn. Hey, Sunflowers. They're not going to expose their cards because they have to maintain the integrity of this investigation. If they have a perp, which I have a good feeling who the number one suspect is, they can't expose what they have. They can't lead this person on or persons on that they're on their trail. The Real T, thank you for being in here. Hi, K Smalls. Hey, Joyce. Hey, Mama Ames. Great to see you. All right, June 21st. They're more concerned than ever. They insist they have no evidence and of an abduction, but it can't be ruled out. The TBI believes it's possible Summer wandered off and is lost and afraid. This is just a possibility, but the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team is now being used as a resource. Okay, just when they say used as a resource, that means they're standing by. They're standing by if need be. Algo One, thank you for being here. Hi, Spirit Seeker. Good to see you. Thank you. All right, hold on a second. Let me just make sure I got everything right. Okay, that's correct. Agents follow up on several leads. The residents, Holly, thank you so much for that super sticker. I'll put that, highlight that real quick. I'm a one-man show today. So TBI believes it's possible that Summer might have wandered off. I don't, again, they have to go down every road. Search and rescue efforts are still the main focus of the investigation. 72, now it's gone from 20 to 41 to 72 agencies are searching for from Tennessee, Alabama, Ohio, Virginia, Georgia, North Carolina. They've searched 2,400 acres for Summers. It's up over, I think, 4,000 acres at this point. Agents follow up on several leads, including residential searches, surveillance video, and photos from around the area of Summers' home. The TBI announces that the divers spotted on surveillance footage at the time of Summers' disappearance, that drivers were spotted on surveillance footage at the time of her disappearance. And now we'll talk about that white pickup truck. So they talk about a pickup truck coming up in the next couple of days. They released that. 1 week has passed on June 22nd since family members reported her missing. The TBI combed through 221 leads and in the search of Summer, and they're asking the community's help. Investigators urge property owners, this is what we talked about, property owners to search their properties well and search them over and over again. They're asking them to search the property owners in the Beach Creek area to check their barns, the crawl spaces, any other places. A little child, don't forget, she's a little little munchkin. So she's a little baby, 5 years old, small, petite, sad, really sad. So we're looking at June 23rd. They skipped a day in the timeline. They're asking for help, and the search continues on the 23rd. An East Tennessee man offered $2,000 reward out of his own pocket for information leading to the safe return of 5-year-old Summer Wells. So that developed on the 23rd. Trevor Lee, 19, of Bristol, said he's been saving his money. So a 19-year-old young man put up $2,000 reward. There's no other direction I want this money to go to. He told that to WCYB station. Also, on the 24th, search teams are going to focus on the Ben Hill Road area. Investigators are conducting line searches. As you can see, they were combing across the like property and grassy areas that they showed on the news. I looked at that quickly. They were combing in that fashion of fanning out and covering massive areas. So they were doing that line search. So the grid searchers are continuing, and they're going over and over again. They want to ensure that every inch of the ground is covered. And that's a good statement right there. TBI says, especially the overgrown areas and the fields with high grass. They don't want to miss her in fields where there's high grass. They also want to cover every area. Thank you so much for that $20 super chat. I missed it. I got to go back. Hopefully I can find it. There it is. Nikki, thank you so much for the super sticker. There's my good friend, Nikki Gunderson. Thank your husband for his service to our country. I don't miss much, but sometimes I do. So that was June 24th. All right. Fast forward on the 25th. They showed some of the search grids. On Friday afternoon, that's the 25th, TBI received over 394 tips in this case. Wow, 394 tips as of Friday afternoon on the search for Summer. None of the tips resulted in one solid lead. That's freaking sad. That is really sad. If you're going to call that tip line, please call in with the good tips if you have them, if they're out there. They don't want hunches at this point. They want good, solid tips. June 26th, which was yesterday, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation wants to hear from potential witnesses reportedly in the Ben Hill Road area the afternoon that Summer went missing. They want to talk to people, and during the investigation, agents received a tip that this Toyota pickup truck, the white pickup truck, had been seen in the area of Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road. in that late afternoon, early evening on June 14th or June 15th. TBI says they have been unable to identify the driver, and if you have any information, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. They would like to know who that person is and talk to them. Any information about the whereabouts of Summer they're urged to call the 1-800-TBI-FIND hotline and number. Let me give you a quick overview. I'll share this screen with you guys quickly so you could see the area that we're talking about. It's not an easy search, man. I'm going to tell you right now, this is brutal. The terrain is wicked there. So this is Beach Creek, and let me just get this off so you guys can get a good view. This is the area where she went missing from, so you guys can get an idea. Okay, so I believe this is the main house that we all seen on TV. And as I back out, you can see how wooded the area is and how, spaced out the living is. It's just unbelievable. You have some flat plains here, just forward of that. And those flat plains, unbelievable. It really is. See, it gives you a good idea of what we're dealing with here. Here's the main road. I highlighted it in blue. This is no joke, guys. So not easy. Not an easy area to search. Really, not easy, folks. So I'm going to respect their privacy and not zoom in street view on this location. I'm going to respect privacy on the street view. Let's get into the father, Donald Wells, and this domestic violence case going back to October 14th of 2020. I want you guys to take a peek at this. I'm going to leave this on the screen so we could read it quickly. Hold on, folks. There we go. He drinks and he throws things, and I'm afraid of being hurt. He is abusive physically and mentally. This is his wife's writing. This is Candace writing. This is her own writing on the domestic abuse. We call him a DIR, domestic incident report. He's abusive physically and mentally towards me. I am afraid for my children and myself. My mother fears he is going to hurt her because he's staying in her camper on the property. This is disturbing for any law enforcement professional. Okay? Let's listen to this play out.
I am afraid for my children and for myself. Summer Wells' mother wrote those words in an order of protection that she filed against the missing girl's father. The 5-year-old has been missing 7 days now and remains at the center of an Amber Alert. Here are her exact words that her mother wrote in the protective order, which was filed October of last year. Quote, he drinks and throws things. I am afraid of being hurt. He is abusive physically and mentally towards me. I'm afraid for my children and myself. My mother fears he is going to hurt her.
Court document. Put a 1 in the chat if he's suspect number 1. If this man, and I'm not, listen, you're innocent until proven guilty. Thank you, Ron Daniels, for the $20 super chat. You're super sticker. You're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, right? But guess what? Something's not right about this guy, and he could be innocent here. I'm going to say that again, but me, from my detective's standpoint, and I'm going to have many professionals join me in my continued coverage of this case. I'm going to have many professionals from Dan Ribicoff, the polygraph expert. I'm going to bring back my FBI polygraph expert, Michael Della Penna. I'm going to bring on, if he wants to come, retired homicide detective sergeant Bill Cannon, and I'm going to bring Joe Murray, criminal defense attorney, and we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this case. But what this guy says, and we're going to hear it here, I'm not telling everybody to go on and bully. What people are doing on social media is not cool. I'm talking about this case. I'm talking about what I would be looking at as an investigator. And trust me, the whole family, everybody, including the mom, the biological mom, cousins, sisters, brothers, nephews, friends, everybody gets looked at. Everybody gets looked at. But guess what? The way he talks about his daughter in the past tense, he knows something. The way this guy talks about his daughter, Summer Wells, in the past tense is a big, huge red flag. A real big, huge red flag. Sorry, I had to bleep that because everyone gets mad when I curse. This guy rubs me the wrong way. And that's just me. But I'm not saying it's right. It's not right for anybody to go after them on social media. Everybody should just keep it to themselves for the most part. But red flags all up and down, like major league.
Shows Summer's mom filed a protective order after an argument that turned physical. 4 days later, though, she asked the court to dismiss the order.
How many moms here or how many women here who've been victims of domestic violence recant their domestic violence charges in fear of your own life? I'd like to see by a show of hands how many feared after making a report and withdrew the report knowing the report was true, and they just wanted to pacify their narcissistic, violent husband or significant other. I've seen it a gazillion times. Gazillions. I suspect that she withdrew everything because she was afraid for her life and her children's life. And here we are, fast forward to June of 2021.
In April of this year, charges of domestic assault and unlawful possession of a weapon were dismissed against Don Wells. He pleaded guilty to carrying a gun while under the influence.
Carrying a gun under the influence. Things that make you go, Well, I got to tell you guys, I got a little bit more to show you if you want to stick around. I think, this guy, let's just watch him talk again. Just a quick. Here we go. All right, let's get this rolling so you guys can see this. And I know many of you probably have seen this, but I want to play it again. Hold on, guys. I got to put it back. Wow, that goes fast. All right, here we go.
Just left the district attorney's office with the FBI. Well, my wife was just left the district attorney's office with the FBI, and she passed her lie detector test, and then they told her to hurry down to the command center because they just got a tip. So we're freaking out right now.
That's not what I wanted to show you, but I showed it to you anyways. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on, guys.
She's trying to go.
All right, here we go. I always find stuff and then I can't grab it. 2 more seconds. All right, here we go. So it's not this one, it's this one. Here it is. So guys, I had a hold on a second. I'm just trying to play this quick. All right, the pickup truck was not white. It was maroon. It was maroon in color. So let me correct that right away. I know I'm going to get crucified for it. The Toyota pickup, Toyota Tacoma, was maroon, like kind of reddish color. And I'll show that right now on the screen. Hold on. This is what I wanted to show. So this is a picture of it here, so you guys can see.
Breaking news in the search for Summer Wells. The TBI tweeting just an hour ago that they are searching for a potential witness that may have been in the area of Ben Hill Road this afternoon, the afternoon that Summer Wells went missing. TBI says they do not think that this person is a suspect at all, but rather a person that could have seen or heard something while they were in that area. Officials say they've received information that in 1998 to 2000.
Okay, so there it is. So for those of you who are going to scold me in the comment section, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Cinnamon Hot Hot. You're awesome too. Hi, Joey Faith. How are you? Everyone's going to scold me in the comment section. Rightfully so, because I said it was white. It's red. It's this like maroonish red color right here. So I'm correcting it. So before you make that message to me, watch the video all the way through before you crucify me. Joe Murray, thank you so much for your support. There he is, criminal defense attorney. We got another case to work, Joe. Love the great state of Tennessee. Beautiful lands, beautiful people. It was the 16th state to join the union. There you go. Always a little bit of history coming in from Mr. Murray. Thank you, Joe. I hope you and your better half are doing well, and I hope you guys missed me while I was on vacation.
Model Toyota Tacoma, either maroon or red, with a full ladder rack along with white buckets in the truck bed, was seen on either June 14th through the day that she went missing, Tuesday the 15th. This is not a picture of the truck that they think it is. However, it is an example of what the truck might look like. Officials so far have not been able to identify the driver of the.
Okay, so I wanted to set that straight. I wanted that record set straight because I did say white, and I knew that I could have been possibly wrong. They talked about white buckets in the bed in the back, and that's what threw me off onto the white. I'm trying to find this interview with the dad, and I think I have it here. Just give me 2 seconds while we chat it up. Let me know when you're watching from, your city and state or country, and if you're new, if you're first time watching, let me know by saying new in the chat. I'd like to say hello to you. Thank you, Natman. Thank you for that. All right. I'm pissed that I can't find this. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this quick press conference. I know it's a little long, but I want you guys to see it. Hold on. This is early. I want you, for those of you who are new into the case, I want you to see it. Thank you, Pete. Thank you for the super love. All right, here we go. This is early on.
Good afternoon. I'm Leslie Earhart with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. We had hoped to have good news to share with you by now, but unfortunately, we do not. The search for 5-year-old Summer Wells remains ongoing. Today, teams continue to search the area around Ben Hill Road.
Now, she's not even kidding when she says teams are searching, because you could hear the helicopter in the background. So this was an old press conference, but I think it's important that everybody hear it and hear the activity in the background.
And officers and agents continue to follow up on any leads that come in. Many have asked how they can assist with the search. At this time, we are not asking for volunteers to assist. What we are asking is for residents to continue to share photos of Summer and information from credible sources. We know you have a lot of questions about the search area and the process. For that reason, Sheriff Lawson has arranged for Captain Tim Coop to elaborate on those efforts. He's with the Churchill Rescue Squad and is serving as the incident commander of ground search operations. Tim?
Thank you, Leslie. As Lowe's elaborated, I wish we could have better news than we do now. From notification of Miss Summer going missing, we have implemented several methods of search and rescue, with most of these that we continue to do. We've utilized ground crews of 80 to 100 people of trained professionals, aerial aviation search, both visual and FLIR, medical, THB, and TBI assisting us with fixed wing, multiple drones, and 4 different canine units. The day that she went missing, we searched from the time of notification until dark. We searched all day yesterday, resumed this morning, continue on throughout the rest of our operational period, utilizing multiple ground crews, drones, fixed wing, and also helicopter with K9s on standby. Some of the issues we're encountering with this search is the steep and dangerous terrain. With this steep and dangerous terrain, we're also experiencing, as you see behind us, very dense canopy coverage, including very dense ground cover, causing search efforts to become very difficult, taking extra time to cover these areas adequately, exhausting teams a lot quicker, in turn causing longer for these grounds to be covered, allowing those teams for recovery and rehab. We have currently covered at this time at 1 mile from the residence last seen by ground and dog. Hopefully by the end of the day, we will have covered 2 ground miles, assisting with THP, expanding theirs to a minimum of 4 miles aerial aviation searching. As she stated, residents in this area, everybody continues to ask, well, if she wandered off, why did somebody not see her? This part of the community, the residents are very spread out. Some being from one hilltop to the other hilltop, or at the start of a road, and you may go a mile back before you ever get to another residence. So making that very difficult for residents just to be able to be at home, outside working or something, and notice her leaving that area. As we continue, we will continually assist Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, TBI, and FBI with this search as long as they deem necessary. And as Leslie stated, at this time, we are not asking for any public and or volunteers to assist in the search. A lot of people wonder why. Due to the extreme terrain and the nature of this, trying to locate her, trained professionals is what we need at this time to make sure that these residents don't become endangered and turn around and expand this issue with having to search for somebody else.
So he was just saying right there, he doesn't want people to come, and this is earlier on, to come and search and become victims themselves, get hurt, or become a person now that an additional person that they have to search for. So that was right from the search and rescue captain. That was Captain Tim Coop. Tim Coop.
Thank you.
As we've stated before, the circumstances surrounding Summer's disappearance remain unclear. So if we do develop information that she was taken and we develop a suspect and a vehicle description, of course, we will share that with the public immediately. At this time, that's just not the case. So we'll take a couple of questions, and I'll offer Sheriff Lawson an opportunity to say anything if he wants to.
What time was she last seen, and who reported her missing in the family?
Sheriff.
Her parents reported her missing. It was right around 6:30 p.m.
But when was did they say when she was last seen? I know that she was reported missing around that time. Was she last seen earlier in the afternoon or in the day, do you think?
That time is varied because they were searching for their child themselves.
I have a question for Captain. Just wanted to see, are you asking for assistance from other agencies? I know yesterday you all mentioned 19 agencies helping.
So they just said, did what time did the kid go missing? And we come to find out it was in the afternoon. The little girl was, they were last seen in the afternoon. So they spent some time searching, which to me is kind of a little odd. But I'd be reporting my kid if he was missing from my basement, like right away. So I'm not sure. So Navy Vet is coming in with a $10 super chat. Navy Vet, thank you for your service to our country, and thank you for your super chat. In East Tennessee, there's sinkholes and crevices. Sinkholes will open up and with prolonged rain and open into underground caves. It could be possible someone was dropped into one of these. She was active in the water, loved to go in swimming. So you never know. Anything's possible, and they're looking at everything. So definitely for sure, they are looking at everything and anything. So give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to show a little bit of media here. All right, let me let the rest of this go because that reporter asked the reporters asked a couple of good questions here.
The quick turnover in personnel, it sounds like, that are searching. Are you all looking for other agencies in surrounding counties to help? And what is the hours that you all are searching?
Yeah, so hours of operation this time are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We have, like Leslie stated yesterday, we have utilized at this time 19 different agencies throughout the state of Tennessee. We also have multiple agencies outside of our jurisdiction in burning states, and also expanding to Middle Tennessee to having these teams on standby.
You talked about getting tips. Can you give me an idea of the magnitude of the tips that you've gotten so far, and with the amount of time that's passed?
Talking about the tips. They're talking about tips here. This number is really high.
The more concerned we get. At this stage, we've received nearly 50 leads. None have panned out so far.
50?
Yes, approximately 50 at this point.
Who does Summer live with, and is there any history with this family with law enforcement or anything that you're aware of?
Sure.
Summer lived with her parents and 3 siblings.
Are these her biological parents, mother and father?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any history of your office?
1 second. Sorry.
Is there any history of your office going to their home or anyone in the home? Is there any criminal history with any members?
The father has a criminal history.
Can you elaborate on that?
I don't have it with me.
Is any of the family persons of interest?
Everybody's a person of interest till we find Summer. The most important thing is find Summer. That's what it's all about. That's why we're doing the ground searches, the aerial searches, and finding her is first and foremost.
Are you concerned that this could be an abduction at this point after so much time has passed?
Everything's on the table. I mean, we're looking at everything, crossing every T, dotting every I, and turning every stone. That's why we have 2 different operations. Captain's operation is search and rescue. And law enforcement operation is look into this incident and find Summer.
Is the father's criminal record irrelevant in this investigation?
No, sir.
I've also heard there's been speculation of the siblings in the house.
So the reporter just asked him, I'm gonna clip off of here now and come back. The reporter just asked him, is the father's criminal history irrelevant? And he said, no, it's not irrelevant. It's actually relevant. They look at that stuff and they're going to continue to look for that stuff. But right now, at this time, the most important thing for them to do is recover, either bring her back home alive or recover her. And I don't know if you guys saw the last one, but Leslie from the TBI, Enhart, she said, was asked outright by a reporter, do you feel that as this thing moves along, do you feel that we're going to find her alive, Summer Wells? And she basically said, it's difficult. We always hold on to hope, is what she said. But once this goes into a prolonged period of time, which we're at right now, a decent period of time, it gets the odds get slimmer. It's not impossible, but it's not looking good. That much I could tell you. So I want to show you a quick overview of this home. All right, here we go. This is what I wanted to show you. I got it.
We really appreciate that outpouring of love, and I've never seen so many good people in one place. You know, we just really appreciate everybody trying to help that they have, law enforcement and all these volunteers that are here. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. Just pray that God and His awesome power for His name's sake will please that Summer be okay, and please come home.
So that was just a small snippet from one of the interviews that he gave, and in the other one, he was describing his the domestic violence case. I don't want to play that because we'll get into that on another live stream. So this in no way, shape, or form was a deep dive, but this is just an overview. I read you the timeline. There's more to this story. We're going to find out as the investigation goes forward. Again, I'm back from vacation. I was in Aruba for a week. Got back late last night, and I'm right back into it right now. And I hope you guys enjoyed this coverage of this case of Summer Wells, the 5-year-old missing out of Rogersville, Tennessee. I have a ton more. There's so much more to this, but I'm not going into speculation or anything. Like, I won't go down those roads, but I'm going to definitely give you a police investigative perspective, a detective's perspective, a professional investigator's perspective. If you like everything true crime related, from a 20-year veteran who has a bunch of friends who are involved in every aspect, from the state, from the local, and the federal level, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and follow me on all social media. One word, DutyRon. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You'll see it going along in the chat. There's easy ways to link and click onto my social media. I have a YouTube video share group and a police and crime chat group. You might want to go over there and request to join that for additional conversation. In those groups, we do additional conversation that we don't do here, and in my Discord group that we don't do here on YouTube. On YouTube, I look at the actual case and the evidence, and then we go over it and we give you a perspective from a 20-year veteran. I worked for the New York City Police Department as a detective and as a police officer. I responded to calls like this, missing persons left and right. I investigated missing persons cases and all things in between, supplemented homicides, all different kinds of cases. World Trade Center, I responded to both attacks in 1993 and also in 2001. So that's the experience that I have here. Listen, again, I'm not judging mom or dad here. Everybody has their problems. And if anybody comes on to any of your live streams or talks to you on social media and says that their life is perfect, they're full of So then I'll tell you that. So before you go and become a keyboard warrior and bash other people that you know nothing about, think about it. Don't do it. But if you want all things from a police perspective with very good experienced background folks who have walked the walk and talked the talk, this is the channel to subscribe to. I also have links to the interview room, my good friend Chris McDonough. That's a channel that you want to subscribe to. The guy has walked the walk and talked the talk. Go over to Police Off the Cuff, retired Sergeant Bill Cannon, who has walked the walk and talked the talk. He was a 27-year homicide detective sergeant in Manhattan North Homicide, one of the busiest boroughs for murders in New York City. And Bill Cannon was the A-team supervisor. He was not just a detective, he was a detective sergeant. He was a supervisor. So that's another place where you want to go and subscribe. I will have him on as a guest, and we will talk about this case and many others and all different aspects about the Summer Wells disappearance. I like to end all of these videos by saying, God bless the world, God bless the United States of America, and God bless each and every one of us here in the chat, and all victims of crime across the globe and their families. Remember, the sisters, the brothers, the siblings, the Orrin and Orson West case, we're never going to let go of that. We're going to continue with our digital billboard for the month of July. And then after July, we'll have to continue to try to raise more funds for the digital billboard for Orrin and Orson West. So if you want to contribute to that, send me a message or an email at DutyRon.com. Again, love and respect from my house to yours. I am back. As Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, I'm back. So I'm back, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll talk soon. Leave me a message down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are, but do it respectfully or you will be blocked. Love and respect from New York City, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you, everybody, and good night, good afternoon, good morning from New York. Peace.